Investment challenge day 13, and I did something unusual today. I took requests, and these are more or less the three first suggestions that I got from companies that people wanted analysis on. It's kind of a cool thing because these are companies I wouldn't really look into if it was up to me, and I don't really know them. So this has been interesting. It's been new for me. So I think I'm going to do a couple of more of these. And these are Hövding, Maha Energy and Nexam Chemical. And as I said, I don't really know these companies, and I spent about an hour researching them. So do not trust my opinion on these. These are just a big picture kind of thing and my view on what they do and what the future hold for them. Starting with Hövding. And I actually remember the IPO of this company. I thought it was such a strange idea. And it's more or less an airbag helmet kind of thing for cyclists, and you can see the picture here. So more you wear it like around your neck, and then it on impact more or less it blows up to be a gigantic helmet, and looks very strange. But apparently, according to a Stanford University study, it's 8 times more protection than a regular helmet. They retail about $200 per helmet or airbag, and they're represented in 600 shops around 15 countries in the world. And the friend who suggested that I look at this company, he actually said that in Stockholm he've seen this around on bicycles, but here in Denmark I have never seen this. But apparently they're selling. So you can see it's not very old on the market, and it's been really much up and down for them. The current valuation trading at 1680 is about 200 million Swedish. The company started in 2006, so it's not very new, just new to the market. And when you look at the numbers, the pure numbers of this, they are actually turning over more and more money. So they are growing, but they're also losing more and more money. The net result is lower and lower all the time. So this is not something that looks really healthy for this company. And their goal is to turn over 250 million Swedish by the year 2020. This is kind of a long-term goal and still not a big turnover. It's very low and quite far into the future. And they're going to do this by doubling sales all these years. That's kind of positive thinking, I'd say. You want to double your sale every year to reach this goal. I'm skeptical. I don't think it's going to be possible. So the case here, safety is always nice to invest in, and the product is really cool. I've seen nothing like this before, and it could be a thing. This could actually be big. The risk with this is probably they'll run out of money again, and then you as a stockholder have to cash it up for them again or lose money. And I also don't really see what's going to make people all of a sudden buy all these helmets, because if you look at the YouTube, it's gone viral like crazy. They have hundreds of millions of views for this helmet, but still the sale is not really taking off. And these virtual marketing they do, they're not really paying much for it. It's a viral spread. So if they're not able to profit from this, more or less free marketing, what's going to make it grow? A lot of people already saw this helmet, and sure, the sales increased, but it didn't take off. So that's making me wonder what could all of a sudden make this company grow. So as of this moment, I am not buying this company. And then we have Maha Energy, and I've been getting more than one question about this company. It's a oil company, but also gas, but they don't really speak much about it. But if you read the report, they do gas as well. And it's a Swedish-Canadian kind of company, I'd say. Trading at about 10 now, I think. We're going to see from the next slide. Makes the valuation to 800 million Swedish. And they have about two assets, I'd say, the Lac Ranch oil field in Wyoming and the Tartaruga in Brazil. And according to the company themselves, they have cash in the bank and no debt. So that's a good start. But let's see if we dive deeper into this. Okay, so we see the IPO here at slightly below 4. So what made it go spike up here to 10? So basically what I can find here is the Tartaruga development block, which is in Brazil, kind of promising area. They acquired from a Texas company and from Petro Vista Energy combined 75% working interest in this development block. And before that, they had more or less been working with the Lagrange. Okay, so this happened around here and made the stock skyrocket up. What makes me kind of curious here is that is it really worth this much more, having this 75% in Brazil as well? Because if you look at the IPO, it's slightly above 4. And some analysis looked really hard and well on this company and said, okay, this is the value. And then would it be worth 3 times as much from this new Brazil deal? And I'm very skeptical that this could be the case, because these analysis looking at the company, they are probably more well read on this company than the people currently buying the stock at these levels. And I rather believe them that some kind of deal around 4, 5, 6 kroner might be the case, but at 10 is just in my opinion that seems high. If you look at the report, the financial report, they are not really super much in business right now. They are, I think they call it pre-production in pretty much what they're doing. Because if you look at the oil sales, for being an oil company, they are not selling really that much oil. So more of the prospecting, and that also makes me kind of wonder if the valuation of 800 million could actually be correct. So I really don't know about this company either. The bull case of this company would be there's a low oil price right now, and that makes it probably cheaper for them to develop. And if the oil price goes up, it's obviously good for Maha Energy. The risk, as I see it, this valuation seems very high, and they are also kind of new and small, and oil is so big and the companies doing oil are so enormous. So it's kind of small company trying to wrestle the big guys. A lot of times it's not a good idea. I also question whether they will have enough cash to do this, because it's very expensive to be in oil, especially before you actually do get the oil out of the ground and start selling, and the oil price probably needs to go up some more. They say they get the oil kind of cheap from the ground into a barrel, but we're going to see what happens. I'm skeptical of this company as well, so as of this moment I'm not buying. And then we have Nexam Chemical, and they make plastic more durable during this chemical process. And obviously I'm not going to be competent enough to evaluate the technique or the chemical aspect of this company. So we're going to look at the business model instead. As of this valuation right now, we have about 800 million. And what they say they do is produce very durable plastic, and obviously this doesn't weigh as much as metal would, and it will also be cheaper in some cases, and this could make it replace metal. I'm not sure that plastic is the future. I think kind of the opposite. I think we will use less plastic. The only upside I see, this some areas where you have to use plastic or you will use plastic, and then obviously it's good if it's the more durable the better. But I do not believe we're going to replace like pipes in the ground with plastic instead of metal. I think more we will move towards maybe aluminium or some kind of metal. I don't think plastic is the future. So that's make me skeptical of this as well. Reading the report, what I found that was good about this was that they actually lower their production costs, and if they make plastic, it's a good thing if they have a low production cost. But the risk here, I can't really seem to find a trigger. I don't see what's gonna happen in this company to make it move up. Sure, they'll get some orders, and they are receiving some orders, but nothing big is gonna happen, and they had a lot of time to make this profitable, and they haven't. So as of this moment, I'm not buying this one either. So that's the three stocks of today. And as I said, really fun to analyze stuff that I never looked at before and really know anything about. So I hope this helps you guys.